the big news coming from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is that all-pro safety Antoine Winfield Jr. has signed an extension with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is with the Bucs for the next 4 years, playing at an elite level at safety. This was one of the biggest newsworthy stories all offseason long for the Bucs. He signs a 4-year deal worth $84.1 million and gets $45 million of that guaranteed. Scott, well deserving of this deal is Antoine Winfield Jr. And I think Bucs fans can all rejoice. It's a happy day in Tampa Bay because Antoine Winfield Jr. is here for quite a while.
Yeah, Matt, this has been a long day, or a long time coming. It's a big day. When you look at Winfield's new deal, you're exactly right. 4 years, $84.1 million. I confirm with the team that what you see is what you get. Sometimes agents will put out numbers that are a little inflated, and we kind of find out a day or two later, well, that was the maximum value of the contract. But this is what it is. 4 years, $84.1 million. That breaks out to $21.025 million AAV, which means average annual value. So that's how much the average per year amount of money Winfield is making. And it does include $45 million in guaranteed money, as you said. And I think most importantly, Matt, is it's not just making him the highest paid safety, which is what we thought all along. Yeah. But it's also making him the highest paid NFL defensive back, including cornerbacks, right? So we have a list here of the top 10 highest paid defensive backs. The fellows in Pewter are safeties. The other guys that are in the black font are corners. So you can see there's a bunch of cornerbacks that it's one thing to pass Derwin James's $19 million. But for the Buccaneers to kind of go above and beyond, Matt, and not just make him the highest paid safety, but then go all the way up to the top and not give him just a $20 million deal to make him the highest paid safety, but to go all the way up to $21.025 million ahead of Packers cornerback Jair Alexander. That's really showing Winfield, and I think all of the Buccaneers, the level of commitment that this team has to reward its elite players. And as you mentioned, Matt, when you're at an all-pro level, you are elite, and that's exactly what Winfield is.
Yeah, it's one thing to say that he's the highest paid safety in the NFL, but to say that he's the highest paid defensive back, whether it's a corner or a safety, I just think makes it sound that much better. And it's no surprise that the Bucs wanted to handsomely reward Antoine Winfield Jr. for what he does and what he means to this team. As Richard Taroka is saying, Jason Light was on the Pat McAfee show just the other day and said, he's well on his way to having a Hall of Fame career, and he's the best safety in the league, and he deserves to get paid like one. He didn't say he deserves to get paid like the best defensive back in the league, but I think, obviously actions speak louder than words, and that contract obviously shows that they do view him that way as well. It's going to be nice to see year after year other big-name players get large contracts, whether it's a corner or a safety, and still might not be as big as what Antoine Winfield Jr. is getting. I also think it's awesome that, he really manifested this. He went back a year ago and posted a video, said, I want to be an all-pro safety, which he did.
Right.
And I want to be the highest paid safety in the league, which now he is. And, of course, defensive back. So, he's just an incredible player, an even better person. And it's almost a little surprising to see on this list that you have up here, Scott, that it's mostly all corners. And then, obviously, Derwin James at 8 and Minkah Fitzpatrick at 10.
Yeah.
Because there's arguments to be made, like how important safety is. I think it depends more towards the defense than.
Yeah, I think it's scheme specific. I think you're exactly right.
Compared to cornerback, but there's no doubt with what Todd Bowles likes to run for the Bucs, how important safety is. And Antoine Winfield Jr. is not a guy that is going to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the money as it piles in. Yeah. I think this is something that is even more motivating for him to have an even better season. And, hey, he could still get the Pro Bowl, which he didn't get last year. So all-pro, he wants it all. Super Bowl, all-pro, maybe defensive player of the year could be in his
Why
future.
not?
I think that's
Why
another
not?
goal that he can at least set for himself because, like you said, why not? He's one of the best players in the league, and he's so deserving of this great achievement.